read it. Come on in. It's a podcast. Particularly, it's HowDoWeHuman, the podcast where we struggle to remember the new thing that we said the podcast is. We have problems.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Formerly the podcast where we overanalyze all the weird and uncomfortable micro moments in life. I'm one of your hosts, Evan Cox.
I'm one of your hosts, Chris Binning.
Today we're keeping at it. We're looking at another big old bundle of episodes from our past, seeing how we've changed since then in the intermeaning. What's the word I'm looking for?
Intermediate?
Maybe. The in-between years of these past 7 or however 8 years, however long we've been doing this now. Have we grown? Or in some cases, as we've seen, shrunk away and become worse at some of these things.
Yeah. The episodes we're going to be reflecting on today are the following. Leadership.
Your leader. I am your leader.
Packages. Fame, celebrity, and the 95th Academy Awards.
Julia Roberts over here.
FOMO.
Oh, I missed it. This whole time I'm just trying to pull up this list so I can see ahead a little bit. And I've been so distracted. But now I'm here. I'm terrified I might miss out.
You had fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed out.
Advertisements.
Don't miss out in the future with this new product.
Artificial intelligence.
Don't miss out on artificial intelligence. It's going to make your life so cool.
Teaching.
Let me teach you about artificial intelligence.
Where in the world have we been?
San Diego.
What should we eat? Bad habits.
Picking my nose.
Doors, pants, and repairs. The dark. Sharing content.
There you go.
Procrastination. The mall.
Let's go to the mall.
Chris and Evan go to the mall.
We did it.
Seattle.
What is this? The Pacific Place Mall on 4th?
The DMV.
What is this? The DMV?
Eavesdropping.
Ooh, I think this guy's signing up for his driver's license.
The Times. Bugs Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah, what's up, Bugs?
Playing. Names.
Fuck you, idiot.
Being nosy.
Oh, they're definitely signing up for their driver's license.
Fathers.
Fathers, be good to your podcast.
Luck.
Oh.
Mass hysteria. And milk. Evan, any of those jump out at you as being something you want to talk about?
Oh, man. It's so hard to know, when you go through a thing. We've now said it. I've made this rule for myself where I have to do all that shit, and then I'm like not even really paying attention or thinking about. Let's talk FOMO, because I do feel like this late into the podcast, that was a big topic that I'm like, no, I really do want to talk about this. This is interesting to me. And now I live so far away from where everything is happening.
That's true.
And I don't know if it's maybe partially that, partially getting older, but I do feel like I have way less FOMO these days than I did, for instance, when we started this podcast, when we were doing improv and stuff. Even if it was like, I don't want to go to this show, it's like, oh, but what if it's a really good show? And then I convince myself like, oh, it was only good because I didn't go. I don't know if either I'm doing less things and have less friends. Or if I'm just getting older and accepting, like, it's okay. Things happen without me every day.
Yeah, I feel probably the same, even though I don't live as far from a big city as you do. I do
Yeah,
feel like I don't care as much about um, missing out on things. Although I'm sure, like, if I saw, like, oh, all my friends are hanging out together, I'm sure there's an
sure.
element of like, hey, wait a second,
Yeah,
how
that
come I'm
wouldn't
not
feel
there?
good. That wouldn't feel good at all. Like, just our old improv team got together without us.
Yeah, that'd be pretty telling. Um, but
Pretty telling. Yeah. Yeah. I think more than FOMO, I've got the, like, not nostalgia for it, but just like I'll see, I'm so rarely on Facebook, but I'll pop on there and see, like, oh, Patrick's doing a show at the clubhouse, and kind of just have that, like, like if I lived in the area, I would 100% go and just hang out, and it would be fun. So
yeah,
wistful. I think I'm more wistful for things. And maybe that
yeah,
is just because it's like, well, regardless, I'm definitely not driving 2 hours to watch Patrick do improv. No offense, Patrick. I love you, buddy.
sure. I do think, yeah, I think wistful is a good way to put it, and I think that kind of coincides with the two big elephants in the room for this list. Um, the times and artificial intelligence, because those kind
Mm,
of go hand in hand to me. Um, I think this would have been 3 or 4 years ago at this point. I guess 3 years ago. And the times, they were unprecedented, and they've only
so true.
continued to get more unprecedented, and no one that has the power to do so seems willing to do anything about it.
No.
So I think that, like, there's a wistfulness too of like, man, how cool was it that there was a time where I was worried that people went to go see a movie without me, and not like the feeling that life is slowly being crushed
Oh,
by an elite class of uh,
dickbags.
allegedly pedophilic billionaires.
Allegedly. It,
Yeah,
it is
even when it's proven, I still have to say allegedly because they hold all the power.
so true.
So true,
And
bestie.
yeah, I've heard they're bringing back death by firing squads. So gotta say
Ooh.
all the right things. Don't want to slip up these days. Uh, on the subject of the times and wistfulness, nostalgia, there is a lot. It's interesting. I'm seeing a lot on social media. And again, I'm not on there that often, but it's like, I think maybe because I'm not on there that often, when I am on there and I see a video and watch the whole video, then it's like, well, this guy wants nothing but that. I'm getting served on Instagram a ton of just like videos from high school, 2007, 2008.
Oh, weird.
It is very weird because that's exactly when I graduated in '07, so I guess I wasn't in '08. But it's like I look at these videos and I'm like, that looks like my high school. Like, I don't think about that time period as having, like, yeah, we all, there was like, yeah, sure, baggy pants and were a thing, and there were certain things, but it's so much harder to pinpoint. I just know looking at those videos, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what everyone in my high school looked like, myself included to a certain degree. But I think there's a lot of looking back at that time as like, wow, what a perfect time first off, a lot of people go like, no one was on their phones. It's like, nah, yeah, cell phones were a thing by that point.
Yeah.
You're wrong. People were texting in class my senior year of high school. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's just a little bit of rose-colored glasses looking back at those days.
I hate to even ask this.
Uh-oh.
Are we positive that those were real videos that
This is a,
people are just
this is a
uploading,
question.
20 years later?
Or
Or is it AI nostalgia bait?
I wonder. And that's another subject on here is AI, artificial intelligence. No, I had the same thought because I've been sent videos that are just like, well, pretty fucking convincing. Like, I'm convinced that's real. 99% of AI stuff I see looks horrible. But every now and
Yeah.
then you catch something that's like, damn, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it it's so hard to tell because everything has that vibe now. Like, I can't see a video of anything without
Yes.
thinking, is that AI? It feels 50-50 to me. So very
Yeah.
possible,
I
but they
mean,
nailed it.
even some like artwork stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
um, we recently, this, I guess, we'll briefly touch on where in the world have we been because we were recently in the Mendocino, California area, my wife and I, and we went on um, these like rail bikes, like on train tracks, and you like
Hmm.
pedal out to a little like picnic area. And the like gift shop over there had like retro travel poster things that they were selling.
Okay.
And like I don't have anywhere to put like a giant travel poster of a place that I've been, but I do have frames that you can put like seven 4x6 photos in. We've been trying to figure out what to do with those frames, and so we were like, what if we put little printouts of these travel posters
Oh,
into the frames? And so we could get those printed and slot those in there. And so obviously for the rail bike thing, it's like, well, we like that one, so let's put that one in there.
yeah.
But for other places that we've been, you search for travel posters, and most of them it's pretty obvious what um which ones are like legit and which ones are AI, but there are a couple that are like, man, I almost picked this one, and then I looked a little bit closer, and it is AI artwork, and that's just such a bummer.
We've done this. We bought a little sign for our bathroom at a thrift store
Mm-hmm.
and then got home and like looked closer at it and like, oh my God, this is 100% AI.
Yeah,
And we burned
Etsy.
it. I don't
Etsy used to be
remember.
like a fun thing to find little crafts
Yeah.
and trinkets and stuff on, and now it's like the AI slop store. It's
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah. It's bad. It's all over the place. But people love it, so don't worry about it.
You
Everything's
know,
fine.
it does feel like people are taking a stand and trying to fight against the tech bros when it
Yeah,
comes to AI. And that does give me some hope.
that's nice.
Will it be enough ultimately? I don't know, but
Probably not.
it's nice for now.
It's something.
It's something to hold on to of like we are trying to make our voices heard.
Yeah, just hard.
It
Nobody
is.
cares.
Nobody cares
Nobody
really.
who can do anything about it cares.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, they've been losing billions of dollars, but we'll go ahead and give them some military contracts. That'll
Hell
fix it.
yeah. That's the good stuff. That's what we're looking
I
for.
did just have a package delivered. Two of them actually, since we've been recording. So,
Oh. All right.
um, I live in a different place than when we recorded this because now instead of being on a unit that like the front door just is out open to the street, now I'm in a building where there's like mailboxes and stuff on the first floor, and then we're on the third floor. And I have on some of my like package delivery things. First, you have to go in there and give certain delivery companies the access code.
Yeah.
But I feel bad like having them search through the building for my unit. And so on some of
Yeah.
them, I'm just like, just leave it by the mailboxes and I'll come get it,
I'll
whatever.
figure it out.
There was also when we moved in, like the property manager was like, yeah, we don't really, well, you can like give the code to your friends or whatever, but we don't really want just like anyone having the code, like your uh, Postmates delivery drivers or whatever.
Totally.
And I've been like, okay, I won't do that. And now, whenever I go down to meet my driver, it's like I see other drivers coming up to all different units, and I'm like, oh
Well, that's
no,
awkward.
am I the only one who's following the rules?
And all of the drivers are talking about it like, what's up? This one guy who will not give us his code.
Well, it's weird because it feels almost like the opposite, where they're like, thank you so much for not making me go up there. So,
Okay.
but I'd rather they still have to come up here than me go down there. But
That's fair.
we're in the pattern, so it's I guess I'm gonna just keep doing it.
It's what it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Get anything good? What you got down there?
Well,
Are you procrastinating finding out? Or are you in the dark about it?
one of them is my HelloFresh box for this weekend. So
Sick.
that's as far as what we should eat. I'm gonna be eating three meals from them. And then the other thing about packages is um, I've been receiving a lot of packages lately.
Oh,
Um,
that's a fun place to be.
I guess I haven't said this on the podcast, but my wife and I are expecting. And so
It's
we have a
true.
baby registry. And
They're also expecting gifts, apparently.
exactly, there have been several days where I've come home from work or when we just came back from this vacation and like our apartment door is unreachable due to the pile of boxes. And
Fun.
it's I I feel bad, especially this last when we just came back from this trip, where like it was a lot of big boxes everywhere. And I feel awkward about it because they would have been starting to pile up on Sunday, maybe, and we got back Thursday. So that was good 4 or 5 days of just like, here's some more boxes that we're just gonna leave out here because we're not home.
At least nobody stole them.
It's
It's a long
true.
time
We
for
are in
big
a
boxes.
absolutely. We're in a friendly and secure building, but yeah, it is a little bit like I feel like we're testing people's patience. It's like I don't know what they can do about it, but I feel weird about it.
That's fair. I uh I went through a period of getting a lot of packages sent to me, and I'm in a lull now, probably because I'm trying to save money, not spend
Sure.
as much. But it's a bummer. I enjoy the surprise of like, oh, I ordered so many things that I don't even know what this might be. Ha ha ha! It's a fun game for me.
Yeah. You been to the mall lately?
I went once. I went back to the mall where we had got clothes for your wedding. Burbank,
Sure, yeah.
whatever. I have no idea. Why was I there? I couldn't tell you. I went back there though. It might have genuinely just been to go to Old Navy. I think I was in the area. I was
Sure.
like, let me grab a shirt or something. And I unintentionally, this happens sometimes, where I just pop a store onto my Maps app and go like, hey, there's one nearby. And then I end up at a mall and having to deal
Mm-hmm.
with parking. And that sucks.
Yeah. That mall at least has relatively easy parking, I feel like. But
Yeah, it wasn't so bad.
yeah. I'm trying to think of the last time I was at a mall. And I'm not sure. I still have a like nostalgic appreciation for malls. And I don't know um why, cuz I don't really go to them very often. But there is something
Yeah.
nice about, I think, you know what it is, and I have no real evidence to back this up. This is just what you do on a podcast is
Hey.
you have an idea and then you state it as fact. I think that I like the mall because it is, even though I can't live there, it's as close to like a walkable
Mm-hmm.
place as America can have. Which is, you can walk to a bunch of different stores, maybe a couple restaurants, maybe a movie
Yeah.
theater.
Yeah. It's like a cool
And
little
you don't have to
town.
drive to each little place.
Yeah. It's nice. I hate to say this because it's a little bit in the same category for me, but as time moves on, even though the last time when we went to the mall together, we agreed like, yeah, there's a lot of young people at this mall. Maybe
Yeah.
malls are doing okay. They might be dying for me, and that's sad because I love them most of all. But it's similar to my relationship with movie theaters, where if you ask me, do you love going to the movies? I'd say absolutely. It's one of my favorite things to do. How often do you go? Once every 6 months, maybe. It's a thing I'm nostalgic for. It's a thing I love. It's a thing I've done so much in my life. But it is just like I just don't do it anymore. I'm part of the problem. Malls might be dead to me, and that
That's
sucks.
that does suck. I'm sorry to hear that.
It also might just be a matter of as soon as I live somewhere with a mall nearby, oh, I'm there every day. I could
Yeah.
go to a mall every day.
Yeah.
That sucks. Both outcomes suck for me. What else? Yo, I got a big one. All right.
Okay.
And by a big one, I mean a bug one.
Ooh.
Let's talk bugs. Let's talk about bugs. Why did we do a 2-part on bugs? What happened there?
I could not tell you.
Just got real excited about it.
I guess so. I feel like maybe one of them is like mostly spider focused and the rest are, the other one's
Interesting.
all bugs. I don't know.
One, like, I don't know if I can relate this to anything here. I do check real quick because that would be nice. No, but I do have it in my head of like these 300. This is 61 episodes. I think would be very fun for me to listen back to years from now. And I'm really looking forward to rediscovering because going back through these, it's like I really have forgotten a lot of stuff, and this is hours and hours and hours of
Yeah.
content. But back to bugs. Um, so as we are we're looking at wedding venues,
Mm-hmm.
me and my betrothed, and we've got one spot that we really really like, and it's a weird little venue that has some I don't know if I guess amenities would be the word, like
Yeah.
I don't know, hot tub thing over here, massage thing over here, but one of them is called a bee massage.
Okay.
Going in blind without knowing what it is, you in or you out?
I'm out. I think it's here's my guess, and I don't
Okay.
know why this would be.
Ha.
Um,
Careful.
I assume that like they cover you in honey and then then they massage you. Maybe they let the bees kind of just hang out or on or around you.
That sounds nightmarish to me. Cover
Yeah,
me
a
in
real
honey.
sticky massage.
Yeah, everything about that sucks. No, although I would say, not dissimilar to what I was thinking when I saw that. At least at first, it's sold as a BEE, like all capitals. So I'm like, oh, maybe this stands for something else,
Sure.
like a body energy Evan massage.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm like,
probably what it
I'm in.
is.
Hit me, literally. No,
Or
so
it's
how
acupuncture, but with little like bee
just
stingers.
bee
These are my
stingers.
two guesses.
300 bees die to give you this acupuncture.
Yeah.
No, no, wrong.
What?
There are several, what do you call it? Like bee boxes. So, like
Uh,
hives within boxes where they're harvesting honey. And you're on a bed above it. So you're essentially lying directly on it. You can hear the buzzing and you feel the vibrations
okay.
from the bees. And they pitch it as like a super relaxing thing. That sounds horrible to me.
Yeah, I
I
don't
feel
think
like
that's
I
relaxing
just
at all.
immediately feel like I would feel like I'm got bugs crawling all over me.
Yeah.
Like that sucks.
Yeah, I don't care for that.
Okay, glad I'm not alone. Because my sister, she's like all in. Her and her husband, they're all in. They're like, that sounds relaxing as hell. Like, I'm not the crazy one here. I swear, it sounds
I
terrible.
Yeah, I'm not into that. I kind of see it. Um, like if you're feeling the vibrations, maybe it works as like a massage chair, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get that part of it.
Totally.
For me, it's the sound of
Yeah.
bees, a swarm of bees buzzing right by my head that I don't think would be relaxing.
I think I'd say similarly, I get it with the sense that my hangups about it are mental. It's that I would
Sure.
be thinking about bees and feeling like I'm covered in bees. If
Yeah.
you are not a person that thinks that way, I'm sure it could be relaxing.
Yeah, if they were
Just
just like lay down on our vibrating table, I'd be like, yeah, sounds great. And then at the end, they're like, "Did you know this table was actually?" And then they whip off the sheet, and they're like, "Bees!"
bees, and then they attack you and
Yeah,
sting you.
yeah.
No. Now that's a massage. Get a little adrenaline pumping at the end. Yeah, I don't know. Apologies is on there. I don't
I
know.
I haven't been making a lot of apologies lately, which is probably good. But um,
Yeah, I mean, this category isn't. Are you better at not doing shit you have to apologize for? It's you're
yeah,
getting better at apologies. I might be. I do feel like I have to keep an eye on like I'm not that person that's like refuses to apologize, like acts like
right.
he apologized but didn't actually say sorry. Like I'm pretty sure I'm a person that says sorry.
Yeah,
But there's something in me that's like I'm never really paying that close attention when I am doing that. Maybe I need to keep an eye on it better.
yeah. I'm not good. I think, and again, this is like, well, is that because you just are good about not being in this situation? But
Yeah.
I'm good at like a quick sorry. Even when I've done nothing wrong, I'll say sorry. Just to placate. But like I'm not in a lot of situations where I have to do a big heartfelt sincere apology.
Sure. Yeah.
So I don't know that I would be good at that. Or any better or worse. since we recorded that. I maybe like I know all the right things to do, and
Yeah,
especially like the more reality like competition shows that you watch, you see like how awful people are
for
at
sure.
things like that. And you're like, well, okay, I could do
Better than that.
better than that. I can take a level of accountability. Like,
One thing you said though that does make me go like, well, I guess I was in this situation recently, and I'll be vague because it's a work thing, but something happened that I am absolutely adamant. Not my fault. Period. I've been blamed for it though, and a lot of people expected an apology, and I refuse. And that's petty of me, probably. It doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? I should just be like, all right, yeah, I messed up. Sorry.
yeah,
But I know it's not true.
yeah.
And
I
it
mean, I get
kills
that.
me.
I
And I
get
can't.
that.
I can't do it. I'm a little man. Just a little guy with a big ego. I can't
Sure.
let it go. So I got some growing to do, but I'd say on a general in a general sense, I'm sorry. uh,
I did have to go to the DMV not that long ago because
ooh,
after living in
that's
California
right.
for,
Going on a
um,
decade.
oh, we're past a decade,
Are we
brother.
past a decade
We
now?
are, yeah, we are
Yeah, I guess I am too.
probably
Shit.
12. This September, it'll be 12 years that I've lived here.
Crazy.
So, unfortunately, it was time to get rid of my Arizona driver's license and get a California one. I really did not enjoy going to the DMV. Weird, right? That's like a
That's
thing everybody
super weird.
loves. Um, yeah, I because in Arizona you get your driver's license um, when you get your license when you're over 21. That license is essentially good for like 50 years. You never have to go back. I mean, obviously, if you're registering new vehicles or what all those
Sure.
things, you may have to. But to get an actual license, you don't have to go back for like 50 years.
That's nuts.
And it's great if you don't like to go to the DMV, which I don't. But I did go to the DMV, and it was stressful. Just a swarm of people because they don't really have like. The last time I went to a DMV was in Flagstaff, Arizona. Not a
Mhm.
big town. Um, and they had, just rows of seats. When you get called, you just go up to whatever window.
Sure.
At this DMV here in California, they had some seats, but definitely not enough. So it's just a swarm of people like all around the building, and some people are standing and waiting outside, and just a big mess. And I did have to retake a written exam for the driving for the driver's license.
Okay.
And man, that's stressful. I
It's
didn't like
terrible.
that.
It's awful.
I there were a couple where I was like, I definitely knew that, but I got it wrong.
It's a bad feeling.
Yeah,
It's a thing I do every day and have done every day for
yeah,
20 years.
and I know I'm worse at it since living here because that's
That's how
you just
things
kind of
go.
learn how to drive
This is
in
how I
the
drive now.
area. Yeah, exactly. Um, but this kind of gloms on to like eavesdropping and being nosy because
Hmm.
it was a room of like 12 computers or so, and it's everybody taking the written exam. And if you fail, there's like one proctor kind of wandering around making sure that
Was
Nobody's
this on
Googling the answers.
you're at computers though.
Yes. Um, and some people are failing the test, and
Yeah.
they have to be like, "Can I take it again?" And I think you're allowed to take it 3 times in there.
Oh, really? Like,
Yes,
not wait a week and come back?
I think you can take it more than once without having to wait a week. I want to say it was 3 times, but the questions will be like different every time, or it's a random assortment of the questions.
Yeah.
Um, so you can't like just memorize the thing, but yeah, a lot of people were failing in there. It was crazy. So I felt
Was
okay
it?
with what I missed, and then still passed on the first try.
Were there a lot of other people like similar age range and up, or like did it seem like there were a lot of young people getting their license for the first time?
No, it was truly like a mix. It was a couple people who were younger, and then some people who were much older, some people about my age. Like it was truly a massive collection of people, of all types. And I think part of it was the real ID, people needing to
Oh,
get
sure.
the real ID as well. But yeah, there was one person though who I remembered, she failed, and the guy was like, "Well, you got to come back," and she was like, "No."
That's a no for me.
That's a no. I take again right now. It's like, okay. And then I think they like made it work, but it's like, oh, this is why the driving is so bad here. It's you just let people try until they pass, even if they don't know any of the information. Now I understand.
Got it. I don't remember if I guess yeah, this I probably talked about that in this episode, but I also went through that process when I first moved to Long Beach. I got mine done within like a month of moving to California. Got my
Oh, good
Cal
for
ID.
you.
But I had to also take a driver test
Mm-hmm.
because the California DMV, it seemed like Seattle and Washington understood what I meant by I'm legally blind in my left eye. And California's like, what? What do you mean? You're legally blind in your left eye and you have a driver's license? Like they were
Mm-hmm.
acting, it scared me. They were acting like you shouldn't be on the road.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, have been for a long time. So can we work together and make this happen? But they made me take a drive test again, which sucked. But it was like, super smooth and easy. But it was the written test that scared me because I remember, I mean, I don't know. It's been a long time. People always used to act like I should be embarrassed about this. I failed that written test when I was 16. I failed it at least twice.
Oh
Like I
wow.
struggled. I had a hard time. I believe it was 3. I got it on the 3rd try. So like being however old I was at that point, I'm in 28, I guess, and having to take the written test again. I'm just like, oh no, you just go through that. Like, what happens if if
Yeah.
because I did the right thing and I'm going through the process of getting a California ID, I fail and they revoke my license.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. It's bad. And yet here I am looking at moving back to Washington where I'll have to do the dance all fucking over again. uh, it sucks.
Well, does that mean you want to talk about Seattle at all?
Sure. I don't know. There's much new to say. I talked about it a little bit recently from my last trip. Um, it's still Seattle. It's changed for sure, but I don't know. A lot of tech bros. It's mostly Amazon at this point.
Yeah.
Definitely a different vibe, but I don't know. I love the place. What can I say?
When you drive from Southern
Mm-hmm.
California to Washington,
Yeah.
what freeway are you taking? You taking that PCH?
Depends. Usually just I-5 all the way,
Yeah.
just save the time. But yeah, if we've got time to kill or we want to, we've done that where it's like we hit the redwoods and other shit, stayed somewhere on the coast. And that's really fun, but it really does, it adds like a 8 hour
Yeah,
to your day or
those
something like that.
some
It's
winding roads.
for sure. And
As
it's
someone who just
pretty.
drove it.
It's much prettier than I-5 for sure. But most of the time when I'm doing that, I'm kind of just trying to get somewhere quick,
Yeah,
which is less fun, but faster.
sure.
Yeah. I don't know. We haven't talked about whether or not, because we didn't drive last year. I don't know if we're doing it this year. Might be time again. I don't know. But we're at that spot where it's like, hey, it's the end of April, and that means Christmas is like a month away. So I gotta figure that out quick.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Um,
terrible.
any other topics you want to touch on before we take our little quiz?
I mean, like looking through these, a lot of these came up in the last couple of episodes, just in different forms. With luck, we had talked about gambling and
Sure.
how my luck wasn't so hot. You mentioned being nosy and eavesdropping. Listen, these are still things I cannot help but do. I'm as
Yeah.
nosy as possible. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not ashamed. I love to eavesdrop, and I have decent hearing.
Yeah.
And you know, we'll go to a restaurant or something. I'm 100% listening to whoever I can hear. If they're interesting, I will be listening to them the entire time I'm at the restaurant. Can't help it.
Yeah.
Sharing content. I got better at that by stopping entirely. Just don't share content. It's easier.
Yeah. I do hope that when this podcast has ended and we launch our new one, that all of our listeners are great at sharing content.
That'd be nice. Don't feel like a leader. Don't feel like I've got that in me. And that's just that, period. Still love the dark. Um, yeah. Advertisements. I'm horrified by what the wild filter they've put on Jennifer Coolidge's face
Oh.
in those Discover card commercials.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
horrifying. It's terrible.
I mostly hear the radio ad of her where she's like, these are making a comeback. I
Right?
think.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. I also like have only recently just kind of been like it's a little much for all the ED ads that are on the radio and on TV and just there's one that plays on the radio at work which is like if your lion is asleep in the cage or whatever the hell. It's like this is gross. This is gross. I don't care for this at all.
Yeah, ads are it's mostly that and GLP ones, like weight loss stuff,
Yeah.
dick don't work, bald.
Yeah.
You're bald, fat, and your dick don't work. Like, why do I watch TV again? Also, I mean, the only other update with advertisements is like there are just like Jeep has gone all in on AI in their
Right.
advertisements, full AI commercials, and we saw not a non-Jeep one. I forget what it was for. Something with animals because that's what people like to
Oh
do.
yes.
People are loving to use AI to make animals talk, and it
Mm-hmm.
looks awful.
Yep.
And that one we just saw it for the first time last night, and I'm like, that absolutely was also written by AI because that didn't make a lick of fucking sense.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. Also, I think that there was like a trend not that long ago, maybe a month or two ago, where there was like an AI Love Island thing where they were all fruit
Oh,
and people loved it.
I don't like
And I just want to say on record, I am better than every single one of those people.
it. Categorically superior.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just superior to you.
We can quiz. It's quizzy
It's quiz
time.
time. Look, I am hoping that honestly, I'm hoping we both do better than last time.
That would be great. Or just one of us.
Yeah, me especially. I did
And me.
when we took the quiz. We mentioned, hey, this isn't normally the day we take the quiz, right? I took the quiz just for fun the day that we normally would have taken it.
Oh.
And I got 3 out of 5, so still wouldn't have been enough to cross over the finish line, but I'll take 3 over 0 any day. So
That's, yeah.
the score, as a reminder, is myself with 96 and you with 87, and we're racing to 100 points.
Okay.
How do you feel about science, Evan? Because that's category number 1.
Like it's a thing I don't know a ton about, but I know a little.
Let's see if this is one of those things. What process produces an identical copy of a cell? Osmosis, mitosis, meiosis, or transcription?
That sucks.
I know it does.
There's nothing I hate worse than something I learned in high school.
Yeah, did this come up in any of the videos that you've seen on social media of 2007 high schools?
An identical copy of a cell.
I have what I'm going to answer, and I'm not terribly confident.
I'm not confident at all, but I think I have it between two. I've got my answer. I'm just locking it in.
I'm going to say mitosis.
I was also going to say mitosis.
It was mitosis, so we do
Hey!
both get that right.
And we were very confident that
Yeah,
we knew the
it. Well, we knew it
answer.
100%, both of us for sure.
I was pretty sure like transcription doesn't come into the game, and I know what osmosis is a little bit.
Right, Osmosis Jones.
That helped. What caused the Irish potato famine of the 1840s? Overharvesting, flooding, potato blight, or soil erosion?
This is one of those things I definitely think I'm supposed to know, but I don't.
Yeah.
I have my answer. I'm between two, but I have the one I'm going to go with.
Yeah, I got it. I got one I'm going to go with. I truly don't know, though. I'll say soil erosion.
I'm going to say over harvesting.
All right.
I think you're right, though. Nope, potato blight. Whatever
That
that
was my
is.
first answer because it had the word potato in it.
Okay, question number 3. The first vaccine, controversial, targeted which disease? Polio, tuberculosis, measles, or smallpox?
Okay.
Truly
in
no
my
idea.
I don't feel confident, but I feel like somewhere I know this, and I'm locking in my answer.
I'm gonna lock in my answer too. Well, actually, am I gonna do that? I'm not sure. Well, you know what? Look, I'm gonna stick with the one that I had originally locked in, but I'm not confident. I've already done better than last time, so my wish has been fulfilled, unfortunately. I'm gonna say polio.
I was also going to say polio.
All right, let's find out. It was smallpox.
Damn it. Which country did Iraq invade in 1990? Jordan, Kuwait, Iran, or Syria?
Ugh. I have no idea.
Ooh. I felt like I did know, and now all of these seem like they might be the right answer.
That's kind of how I feel. I've only ruled out one, but the other three all feel equally as plausible to me.
I've got my answer.
I have mine as well.
Okay. I'm saying Kuwait.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at us go.
And that was correct. So
Hey.
that's exciting stuff. This is the final question, though. So
And you can't win
I
today.
won't make it to 100 points today.
Damn straight.
What is the fourth largest island in the world? Sumatra,
Fourth.
Borneo, Madagascar, or New Guinea?
Why would I know that? Pick the one of these islands that we want to be the answer. The fourth largest island in this is just a guess. There's no
It's true. It is.
there's
just
no
a
working
guess.
this out. New Guinea.
Madagascar. I
Let's
like
go.
to move it, move it. It's Madagascar. Let's go.
I was thinking, I truly tried to think that out. I'm like, Madagascar's pretty big. Like,
Yeah,
it's the fourth biggest.
It's the fourth biggest. So you're right. It is pretty.
It is pretty
big.
big.
Okay, that puts the score 99 for myself, 89 for you, Evan.
Blech.
I need to get one right next time in order to make it to 100 points. You have to get one right next time to achieve your
90.
goal of getting to 90 before
God.
the game is over.
Wow. It's exciting. By that
It is
I mean,
exciting.
it's not that exciting. There's no way I can win.
I mean, last week I got 0 out of 5 right. Could
That'd be
happen
great.
again, unfortunately.
Do it
Right when I'm at just needing to get a single question right.
So painful.
Granted, you would have to. I would have to have that happen 3 times in a row. Certainly possible. You would have to
Great.
then also get multiple right every
Fives.
time. So
5s across the board.
we will see what happens. But it looks like we may be reaching the end of How Do We Human.
Wow.
Right around the time of its 7-year anniversary.
Ooh. Lucky number 7?
Yeah, Slevin.
That's a movie.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.